Welcome back to Happy Seniors Life, the place where growing older means growing wiser and healthier, one conversation at a time. I'm Dr. Thomas. For over 30 years, I've cared for older adults across the United States in clinics, hospitals, even in their own homes. And there's one thing I've learned: aging well isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about protecting the small, quiet habits that shape how we feel every single day. Now, let me ask you something simple. Have you ever stood up too quickly and felt a little dizzy, or sat down to rest, only to feel more tired afterward? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and it might not be your age. It might be how you sit. Today, we're joined by one of the most remarkable physicians I've ever had the honor of knowing, Dr. Shigaki Hinohara, a Japanese doctor who lived over 100 years and who spent his entire life studying the hidden habits that help us live long and live strong. Dr. Hinohara, welcome.
It's an honor. Dr. Hinohara, thank you. Thomas, I believe sitting is not just resting. It is a message we send to our body and to our brain. And when we sit wrong, over time, the message becomes damaged. Dr. Thomas friends, in today's episode, we're going to talk about something most people never question: your sitting posture. Not how long you sit, but how. And how just one small mistake, like crossing your legs or slouching forward, can quietly reduce blood flow to your brain, weaken your legs, and increase your risk of falling. Now, let me ask our listeners a quick favor. If you've ever felt tired, foggy, or stiff after sitting for a while, just drop a number 1 in the comments. And if you've never really noticed this before, drop a 0. I read every comment, and I'd love to know if this hits home for you. And if you find this conversation helpful, please consider subscribing. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up strength. It means learning to protect it in new ways. Topic 1, the hidden cost of crossing your legs. Dr. Thomas. Let me start with something I see every day in my clinic. A patient walks in. Lovely older gentleman, maybe 75. He sits down, and almost without thinking, he crosses his legs. Now to him, it feels normal, comfortable. But after 15-20 minutes, he stands up and says, "Doctor, my foot feels a little numb." And every time I hear that, I think this isn't just age. This is posture talking. Dr. Hinohara. Yes, Thomas, that habit is more common than people realize. Crossing your legs, especially one over the other, may seem harmless. But what it really does is press down on the femoral artery and vein. That's the main highway of blood flow to your legs. When that pressure continues for 10, 20, 30 minutes, blood flow is reduced. Muscles receive less oxygen. And over time, this weakens the small stabilizing muscles in your hips, thighs, and calves. Dr. Thomas. And when those muscles weaken, so does balance. And with poor balance comes falls. Now here's the data. According to a 2022 article from Harvard Health Publishing, about 1 in 4 Americans over the age of 65 experiences a fall each year. That's 25%. And many of those falls begin with something small, like legs that feel heavy or knees that suddenly give out. Dr. Hinohara, I once had a patient, a retired school teacher. She was healthy, walked every day, but she always sat with her legs crossed at home, at church, during meals. After a few months, she began having swelling in her ankles. She thought it was her heart, but it was the pressure from her sitting habit. We gently adjusted her posture, 2 cushions, a timer to uncross her legs. Within weeks, her symptoms improved. Dr. Thomas. That's such a simple but powerful example. And here's what I want everyone listening to take away. Just because a position feels familiar doesn't mean it's good for you. Crossing your legs can become a silent habit, one that limits circulation, weakens support muscles, and even reduces oxygen flow to the brain. That's why I always tell my patients, put both feet on the ground, knees slightly apart, hips level. It might feel strange at first, but over time your body will thank you. Now, if you've been crossing your legs for years, don't feel bad. You're not alone. But starting today, try to notice, try to shift, because small changes lead to stronger days. Topic 2, slouching, how it silently steals your oxygen. Dr. Thomas. Now let's talk about something that almost all of us do without realizing. Slouching. That soft collapse of the shoulders, the slow rounding of the spine, especially when we're reading, looking at a phone, or even just relaxing. It looks harmless, but over time, it isn't. Dr. Hinohara. Slouching may feel like rest, but it is not restoration. When the spine curves forward, the rib cage tightens, and when that happens, the diaphragm, the muscle we use to breathe, can't move freely. This means shallower breaths, less oxygen in, and the brain, which needs a steady supply of oxygen, starts to feel the impact. Dr. Thomas. So that explains why some of my older patients tell me they feel foggy or drained after sitting. It's not always age or sleep. Sometimes it's just posture. Why? There's actually a name for this in medicine. It's called hypoventilation. And even mild low-level hypoventilation, repeated daily, can reduce oxygen to the brain by up to 20%. According to a 2023 study published by the American Journal of Geriatric Medicine, Dr. Hinohara. That's right. And what most people don't realize is that shallow breathing doesn't just affect the lungs, it affects the heart, the blood vessels, the nervous system. It creates a mild stress signal like a quiet alarm that never fully turns off. Over weeks and months, this tension builds up in the body. It raises blood pressure. It disturbs sleep. It weakens focus. Dr. Thomas. And again, the tricky part is, it feels so normal. We slump when we're tired. We lean forward to read or eat. But here's the truth. If your head is tilted down and your shoulders are curled forward, your lungs cannot fully expand. Your brain gets less oxygen. And you start to feel the cost. In little ways, tired eyes, slow recall, even mood changes. Dr. Hinohara. In Japan, we teach our seniors a very gentle posture trick. Lift your heart. That means sitting with your chest slightly elevated, like you're proud but soft. It opens the lungs, straightens the spine, and restores breath. It's not about sitting stiff. It's about giving your body space to breathe and your brain space to think. Dr. Thomas. So let's do a check right now.
If you're listening to this while sitting, where is your head? Is it forward? Are your shoulders tense? If so, take a moment. Lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Let your belly expand when you breathe. That simple adjustment could change how you feel today. And if you've ever noticed your thinking gets slower after sitting, just comment yes below. I want to hear from you, because awareness is the first step to aging well and living clear. Topic 3, frozen sitting when stillness becomes dangerous. Dr. Thomas. Now let's talk about a habit that even the most disciplined people fall into. You're sitting up straight, your legs are uncrossed, you're not slouching. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the problem. You haven't moved in an hour. Dr. Hinohara. Yes. And that's what I call frozen sitting. It's when someone holds the same position for too long, even if it's a good position without any movement, adjustment, or muscle engagement.
On the outside, they look calm and focused, but inside the body, things begin to slow down. Dr. Thomas' blood begins to pool in the legs. Circulation slows. Muscles stop firing, and the brain, which relies on movement to stay alert, begins to quiet down. I've had patients who sit still for long stretches, thinking they're being disciplined. But when they stand up, they feel lightheaded, their legs feel heavy. Some even stumble. Dr. Hinohara. There's a powerful study from Tokyo Medical University in 2021. Researchers observed seniors who sat without moving for more than 90 minutes. They found that even healthy, well-nourished seniors showed slower reaction times, reduced attention spans, and more cases of disorientation after standing. Not because of illness, but because of prolonged stillness. Dr. Thomas. That's something we forget. Movement isn't just about exercise. It's communication. Every time you shift your weight, roll your shoulders, stretch your toes, you're telling the brain, I'm awake, I'm engaged, I'm still here. Without those signals, the brain goes quiet, and with time, that silence becomes decline. Dr. Hinohara. I often tell my patients stillness is not peace if it leads to stagnation. In Japan, during long meetings, we set quiet timers every 30 minutes. When the bell rings, we stretch gently, even if just lifting our arms or rotating our feet. It may look small, but it keeps the circulation alive. Dr. Thomas. So here's something everyone listening can try. Every 20 to 30 minutes, do a micro move. It doesn't need to be dramatic. Just stand and stretch your arms. Lift your heels. Rock gently side to side in your chair. These movements are like a pulse. They keep your brain, heart, and body connected. And if you've ever experienced that strange, foggy feeling after sitting too long, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Because the body whispers before it screams. Let's listen to the whispers and protect our strength before it fades. Sit to heal, the new way to rest after 60. Dr. Thomas. So, what have we really been talking about today? Not just sitting, not just posture, but how the smallest, most ordinary habits, like how we position our body when we rest, can quietly shape the strength of our legs, the clarity of our minds, and the dignity we carry into every year of our aging journey. And let me say something plainly, from doctor to patient, from heart to heart. You deserve to feel strong again. You deserve to feel balanced. And you can, even if you're 70, 80, or beyond. Dr. Hinohara, yes. Thomas. Aging is not defeat. It is a shift, a chance to become more aware, more present, in posture in His presence. Every time you sit with your spine supported and your breath free, you're not just being proper. You are nourishing your brain. You are protecting your circulation. You are choosing to live well, not just long. Dr. Thomas. Let's go over the essentials one more time, because sometimes the most powerful things are the simplest. Number 1, do not cross your legs for long periods. Keep both feet flat on the floor, knees aligned with or just below the hips. Number 2, avoid slouching forward. Sit all the way back in your chair. Support your lower spine. Let your chest rise naturally so your lungs can breathe fully. Number 3, don't stay still for too long. Every 20 or 30 minutes, shift your weight. Roll your shoulders. Stand and stretch if you can. Even a simple ankle roll can send powerful signals to your brain. Dr. Hinohara. And if your chair isn't helping, change it. Add a small cushion behind your lower back. Use a firm seat that lets your feet touch the ground. If you're reading or watching TV, place a pillow on your lap to keep books or tablets at eye level so you don't bend your neck. This is not luxury. This is smart health. Dr. Thomas. That's such a key message, because too many of us were taught to sit still and be quiet, especially in school, church, even at family gatherings. But stillness is not always rest. Sometimes it's a slow decay. We have to unlearn that belief and replace it with a new one. Movement is medicine. Breath is strength. Posture is power. Dr. Hinohara. In Japan, we have a saying, the body whispers before it screams. When your legs feel heavy, when your thinking feels foggy, when standing makes you dizzy. That is not just getting old. That is your body whispering. And if we listen early, if we respond with care, we can stay strong much longer than people believe. Dr. Thomas. And let me tell you a story before we close. A few years ago, I had a patient, let's call her Margaret.
She was 78, lived alone, watched her shows every afternoon in her favorite recliner. Her mind was still sharp, but she began having little problems: numb feet, trouble standing, forgetfulness. We ran tests. Everything looked normal. But then I asked her, Margaret, how do you usually sit? She laughed. I sink right in. Feet up. Blanket over my lap. Don't move for hours. We made one change: a firmer chair. Feet flat, a small pillow behind her back, and a gentle reminder to stretch every 30 minutes. In 1 month, her energy returned. She was steadier on her feet. She told me, I didn't think posture mattered, but I was wrong. Sitting right gave me my strength back. Dr. Hinohara, that is the heart of it. Our bodies do not ask for perfection. They ask for attention. A little shift in awareness, a little change in habit, that is enough. Dr. Thomas, so if you're still with us, friend, thank you. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed how sitting makes you feel? Have you caught yourself crossing your legs or leaning too far forward? Leave a comment below, even just one word. Yes. Let's keep this conversation going. And if this message spoke to you, if you feel inspired to sit better, breathe better, and live better, then please subscribe and share this with someone you love. Because aging well is not about chasing youth. It's about choosing strength, choosing clarity, one breath, one step, one seat at a time. Let's sit to heal. Let's live long and live well.